Hello guys, a very good afternoon to everyone. Welcome to Global Online. So today we are here to prepare NTA UGC NET June 2024 cycle. This is we are preparing here for paper 2, that is commerce, and in today's session we are going to conduct the MCQ series on this is a part 1 of the business statistics. So yes, this is Dr. Swati, your educator, and welcome to Global Online. Let's start our business MCQ series. But before that, just quickly, I would like to tell you about our new batch will be has been started from today, this Monday, that is 13th of the May. And here you will get complete course on the commerce and management, daily live lectures, complete syllabus notes in the PDF form, okay, and full syllabus mock test, PYQs with a detailed solution, more than 4,000 MCQ series. And here you will get paper 1 is free of cost if you register yourself for paper 2, and Global Online provide you 20% discount on the fees. So you are in the 8,000, you can register yourself for the paper 2 and you will get paper 1 is free of cost. The contact number is given in your screen, so get in touch with this contact number, and this is WhatsApp only, okay. So how do you download your our Global Online app? Just go to Google Play Store and just download the app and register yourself in your mobile number with your mobile number, and then you search the course what you want, and here then after registering yourself you will get all the material, all the recorded lectures, all the live lectures in the proper PDF form on the proper folder. So you will get all the things in a very systematic way in this app, okay. So let's begin with the new topic of the business statistics, and here is the first question which is in your screen. That is the first question is: the harmonic mean, arithmetic mean, and the geometric mean are all considered as. So option number 1, mathematical average. Option number B, population average. C, sampling average and extended measure. So what is the harmonic mean and arithmetic mean and the geometric mean? You know that these are the all the part of the central tendency, and the central tendency is divided into two parts, is according to the position, and according to the mathematical average, okay. In the mathematical average we will see that is a harmonic, we will see the arithmetic mean. In the arithmetic mean, it also divided in the harmonic mean and the geometric mean, okay. In the arithmetic mean you see that uh, there is an average between the of the series and divided with the numbers. In the harmonic mean we take a uh, reciprocal of the data, okay. In the geometric mean we use we take the under root, okay. We use a log table, or we take a under root of the data, okay. And in the position average we can see that is a median and the mode, okay. So these two terms show the position of the data. So according to this question, the harmonic mean, arithmetic mean and geometric means are all the considered as a mathematical average, okay. Now just have to change the color. Okay. Now the next question which is in your screen, that is, if the arithmetic mean is 25, harmonic mean is 49, then the geometric mean is. So what is the formula of the or what is the formula of the geometric mean? So geometric mean is nothing but the under root of the arithmetic mean divided by the harmonic mean. So the formula is, according to formula we uh, put the numbers in this the formula, that is what is the arithmetic means amount is 25, and her harmonic mean amount is 49. So we take the under root, that is 5, we take under root of this if we take a under root of the 25th, the take under root of the 45th, that is a 5, and if we take under root of the 49, that is a 7. So it is the answer will be 35. So for this question the answer will be 35, okay. Now Next question, the probability of inclusion of every unit of the population in the sample is equals to. So what the question is about? The question is about the probability, okay, the probability of inclusion of every unit of the population in the sample is equal. Okay, if I take a population, in this population, if I take one sample, okay, if I have a many samples in the, if I took a randomly one, that means the probability of having, we taking taking a one, or having a probability of if each of the sample is having the same chance of equal chance of equal chance to getting population or getting sample. So this is, we take it as a random basis. So this is a random, this is a simple random sampling. Okay, so for this question, the option number A is correct. That is a simple random sampling. Next question, which is in your screen, the public sector and non-government publications are considered as. So what is the public sector? Public sectors, and that means it's near about related to the government sector. And what is the non-government sectors? So these two publications are considered as. Is it considered as an internal primary data? Yes, you have to remember that is, these sectors are publicly published their data in the general public. So whatever the data they are preparing, they prepare on the basis of the questionnaire. Just give me a second. Okay, uh, where it is? Okay, on the basis of questionnaire. Okay, on the basis of questionnaire, on the basis of this sample. Okay, so these are the, on the basis of the questions are prepared by the, by they circulate, either they circulate the questionnaires to the general public. Okay, or either they appoint a enumerator. Okay, to for this for this survey. Okay, so the survey, okay, not a sample. Okay, it is a survey. Okay, the survey and the questionnaire, this is the kind of the primary data. So you know that in the public sector, in the non-government sector, they generally publish their data in the, they take a data is a, whatever the data they are publishing, they are a primary data. So we have clear that these terms is related to the primary data. Okay, this is the primary data. So for the primary data, option number A is here, is having a primary data, and the option number um, C is here, that is the primary data. So this questionnaire, whatever the questionnaire they are publishing, uh, public sector, non-public sector. So this is the primary data, but when they publishing it, okay, when they publishing it, to it is a secondary for us. Okay, so the question is publication are considered as. So the publication is a primary for the public sector and non-public sector, but it is a secondary for us. So this is if they published once in a general public. Okay, in the public, so it will be a secondary data. So according to this, there is a correction in the whatever I said, there is a correction, that is it is a secondary. Okay, it will be a second, because they're publishing, no, then they're not just, if they're privatizing this data, or they are just keeping their in the internal source. So in that case, it will be a primary in it is a primary data. But what he say, use the publication. Once they publish, it will be secondary data. So the option number D and the option number B is our it is that is the secondary data is a confirm. Now the question is that it is a internal, ma'am, or it is a external. So it is a external, because they are publishing in a public. Okay, if when it is interval, when they are preparing data or preparing the report, if they take in the internal in the within the boundaries of their department, so it then it will be the internal data. data, but they are publishing to the general public, so it will be the external data. So according to that, the D answer is the correct, that is external secondary data resources. Clear it? Now the question, next question which is in your screen, for 3, that is, it is a multiplication, 3 multiply 4 contingency table. Okay, the degree of freedom for the test of hypothesis is, first of all, the contingency table is prepared under the chi-square test. Okay, the contingency table is prepared under the under the chi-square test. And what is a chi-square test? Chi-square test is a non probability. Okay, it is a non probability. Why it is a non probability? Because the data is collected is on non random basis. Okay, why it is a non probability? Because the data is collected on the non random basis. Okay, so that's why the chi-square is a non probability. Now in the chi-square there is a degree of freedom, that is a DF. We have calculated DF for testing the hypothesis. Why we use DF? To test the hypothesis, whatever the hypothesis we have said, for the calculation of these hypothesis, we a test, we take a degree of freedom. And what is a degree of freedom, ma'am? Whatever the table we having prepared, so we have to calculate how many columns and how many rows are there in that table. So this table is nothing but a contingency table. Okay, and on the basis of this contingency table, we have calculated the degree of freedom. And how do we calculate it? We calculate, there is a formula, that means row minus 1, okay, multiplied by column minus 1. Okay, so this is a formula of the degree of freedom. Now here you can see that is a 3 and 4. So already 3 is nothing but a row r minus 1, and the 4 is nothing but the column, that is C minus, that is column minus 1. So when we multiply this, that it will be 12. So answer will be 12. Okay, how do you recognize this? It will it is a minus 1, because the multiplication sign is given in this question. Okay, the small things you have to be careful while reading the question. Yes. Now the next one, when the 3 or the more than 3 variables are studied. Okay, simultaneously for the correlation analysis, we have, what the question is, it is option number A, simple correlation, B, partial correlation, D, C, multiple correlation, and the D, all of the above. So here is a, first of all, what is a, just look at the options. The simple means, that is a simple correlation, that means a correlation between the two variables, okay. What is a partial? Partial here means that there is an more than two variables. Okay, more than two either be it is a three variables, but on this variables, one variable is a constant. The two variables, if they are active, the one variable unstable, and the one is a constant. Okay, one is a constant. Then what is a multiple? Multiple means nothing but when the three or more than three variables are studied simultaneously. Okay, when the simultaneously they are doing the study, then it is a nothing but a multiple correlation. Clear it? Now the central processing unit of the computer consists of, so this is actually, this is a part of the computer, but most of the time this type of question is asked in the question paper. That's why I have take this question in our series. That is a central processing, that is CPU. What is a CPU consist of? The CPUs consist of the control unit, arithmetical logical unit, and the primary storage. What is a control unit? Control unit is a basically provide the direction. What it basically provide? The direction. A direction to whom? To the inputs. To the inputs. Okay, to inputs, like a ALU, like a primary storage. So actually what it guide to how to respond. to the how to respond. This is a control unit. So the control unit, arithmetical logical unit, and the primary storage, this is the part of the, this is the computer consider is of the CPU. Okay, so the option number C is the correct answer for this question. Now the next one, this is actually the statement is given, that is the assertion, and the reason is given. So we have to find out, is it a assertion is related to reason, okay, or the reason is justify the assertion. So what will be the true? Now the here is a Chi square is used to measure the association between the two attributes. Yes, this is true. Why it is true? Because the Chi square is the three things. The Chi-square basically measure the three things. Okay, the three things. First one, that is the, it calculate, it differentiate between the population variance. Okay, population variance, is it population variance is significant, significant or not? Okay, is it significant or not? So the first thing what the Chi-square do, that is population variance. Second thing, it find out, or it is used for the goodness of the fit, goodness of fit. And third thing, which is in the Chi-square, is that thirdly, it check the two attributes, attributes are associated with each other or not. So these things are basically is the main properties of the Chi-square test. So in the Chi-square test is we don't take any kind of assumption. Okay, we don't take any kind of assumption. This is a property. And the in the Chi-square says is already the first assertion is about, is used to measure the association of the two attributes. Yes ma'am, this is true, because this is a, the two attributes is study in the Chi-square test. Okay, now the next thing, that is the reason is given. The reason is we apply non-parametric test. Chi-square test is a non-parametric test. Yes ma'am, like a Chi-square test from the data measure on the weak scale, like a nominal and the ordinal scale. Yes, it measure the weak scale. Okay, and this is a nominal scale or it is a ordinal scale. So the Chi-square test, the both are the option number A, that is both A and R. Oh, sorry, option number B. Option number B is correct. Both A and R is true. Okay. And the more thing we have to, that is basically the, you know that the Chi-square is a non-parametric test. Okay, but in some case, the Chi-square is the condition that the Chi-square it will be a parametric test. So what is that condition? When, if the population variance is a significant. Okay, if the population variance is a significant or not, when we have to find out this, in that case we have to use if the population variance is significant, in that case we will use the Chi-square test as a parametric test. Clear it? Now next question, which is in your screen, that is about the frequency distribution whose most value left or right is classified as. So you know that in the frequency distribution there is a diagram. This is an x-axis. So this is a skewness. Here is this is a left skewed and this is a right skewed. So this is the distribution is a normally distributed. Okay, normal distribution, the right side and the left side are equally distributed. That is a normal distribution. Okay, if that distribution, if the question is about, is the, if the distribution whose the most value either in a left side or either in a left right side, so in that case what is it, what is called as? So it is called as a skewness. Skewness, that means we can use, that is bendness, okay, the skewness. Okay, now the next question, schedule help us in collecting. What is a schedule? Schedule is help us to collecting the primary data. Why? The schedule is nothing but when we are prepare, when we are set our questionnaires, and the questionnaires, on the basis of questionnaire we survey, we like a population survey. Okay, so these are survey are done, so schedule is nothing but a primary data. Now the next question which is in your screen, the multi-stage stratified random sampling. Multi-stage stratified, you know what is a stratified? Stratified, this is a whole population. Here you are stratifying your groups. Okay, what kind of group? The groups which are uh, the groups which are homogeneous group. Homogeneous group means the groups are which are created or make according to the common their size, their characteristics. Okay, according to their features, according to their natures. So if all these things are common, so what is that? That is nothing but a homogeneity. Okay, so if the groups are are classified according, our groups are made according to their homogeneity, so in that case this is a stratified random sampling. And if you are making a group according to their size, they're intentionally making these things, so it is a nothing but what it is a multi-stage stratified. Multi-stage when this is a stratified. And what multi-stage? If you in this homogeneity you pick there are having another group, so on this group you pick one group. Okay, you make one group. From that one group there is having another group, so on that group you also take one group. Again on that group you have take again the one group. So this is a kind of a multi-stage stratified random sampling. And the stratified random sampling is nothing but it is the probability sampling. Okay, now next question, the process of arranging records within the file, it is called as process of arranging records within a file. It is called as if you are arranging your files or records in the files of, so it is nothing but it is a sequence. Okay, so it is a sequence. Now the goodness of a fit of the distribution is it tested by, goodness of a fit of the distribution it is a tested by chi-square test. Okay, we have already discussed. Now the next question which is in your screen, that is there is a list is given. Okay, so the list is given, the random sample, hypothesis testing, questionnaires and the test. Okay, in the list to the structure, parametric test, probability sampling and the beta error. So here we'll see that is a t test. The first thing, that is a t test. T test is what? T test, it is a parametric test. Questionnaire it is what? Questionnaire, we have structured the questionnaire in a proper way, so it is a structured form. Okay, the random sampling, it is a probability sampling. Okay, hypothesis testing, due to hypothesis testing we test our beta error. What is a beta error? Okay, so for this question what will be the right answer? Our right answer is the option number A is 3. Okay, then the second, fourth. So the option number B is right answer for this question. Okay, now the probability of rejecting the null hypothesis when it is true is called as. So you have to, there is a diagram, you have to create a diagram. Okay, so it will be easier for you to understand the things very well. So here is a hypothesis. If it is true, there is an hypothesis. If it is a false, if it is accepted or it will be rejected. So what happened if the hypothesis is true and it will be accepted, then there will be no error. That means 1 minus alpha. Okay, if the hypothesis is true and it is rejected, then it is a alpha, and this is a type 1 error. Okay, this is a type 1 error. Okay, and it is denoted by alpha, and it is also called as a significance level. It is also called as significance level. Then then if the hypothesis is false and it is accepted, if something is false and if you accept that as it is, so it is a crime. It is a type 2 error, and you have to know about that is a type 2 error is actually dangerous. Okay, so type 2 error, this is a type 2 error, it is denoted by the beta. Okay, if the hypothesis is false and if you reject that hypothesis, that is nothing but it is a power of test. It is a power of test is nothing but a 1 minus beta. Okay, if you have a guts, if anything is false, you have saying this is a wrong, this is a false, this is a wrong. So so this is actually a power of taste. It is not easier to say to the wrong things in the today's word, to the wrong things to the wrong. Okay, so that's why it's called as a power of taste. Okay, so this trichum you have to prepare in your quickly in your examination, so you will not get confused, and this is really important. The probability of rejecting the null hypothesis, that means you're rejecting the null hypothesis when it is true. When it is true, so it is what? It is a type 1 error, ma'am. Okay, so the option number B is correct over here. Now oh, so one thing, that is what is the standard error? Standard error is the formula is 1 minus r square divided by under root of n. Okay, one more thing, that is probability error. Probability error, that means 0.6745 multiplied by standard error. Okay. Now, the method of the sampling in which the population is divided in the mutually exclusive group that having a useful contents in the statistical result it is called as a stratified sampling, regular sampling, irregular sampling, direct grouping sampling. So what the question is, question? The question is about the method of sampling. Okay, yes, ma'am, it is a method of sampling in which the population is divided in the mutually exclusive group. Mutually exclusive, that means a homogeneous group. Okay, so the home, if the all the data is make a group and which is having a characteristic of mutually exclusive, that means a homogeneity, they are maintaining their homogeneity. So it is a nothing but, ma'am, it is a stratified, which we have already discussed in the previous question. Okay, so it is a stratified sampling. Now, which test is normally applied for the qualitative data? So for the qualitative data, this is, you know, that the thing is that the do thing, that is a quantitative and the qualitative. Okay, in the quantitative, when we use a numerics or we use a number. Okay, so in that case, when you use a number, in that case, you know that in the t test, in the f test, so this is a way he use a mathematical formulas. Okay, formulas to calculating. So in that case, you will get a quantitative data, but on the basis of the quality, if you have you have to searching for the quality. So here the chi-square test is the best for you. So that's why the chi-square test is nothing but a qualitative data. Here you need a qualitative data. For the qualitative data, you need to calculate your test your hypothesis on the basis of the chi-square test. Okay, so the option number B is right over here. So here is just look at the things, that is probability sampling and what is a non-probability sampling. The probability sampling means where the data is randomly taken, and what is a non probability, that means where is a data is randomly taken. So okay, okay, so sorry, randomly, non probability means randomly taken, and the probability means where it is some pattern is followed. Okay, so the Simple random in the yes, this is a random, this is a non-random. Okay, non-random. So here it is a simple random sampling. Yes, the simple random sampling is in the probability sampling, there is divided in the group on these are the simple random sampling. Second, stratified random sampling. Third one, that is a systematic sampling. Then fourth, the cluster sampling, it is also probability. Multi-stage is also a probability sampling. Okay, so we have seen in the multi-stage question in the previous slide. So the next one, that is probability sampling, is simple random sampling, stratified sampling, systematic, and cluster, and the multi-stage. Then non-probability is purpose sampling. Okay, there is a purpose, that is a specification. We are sampling for the specific purpose, so it is a non-probability sampling. Okay, convenience sampling, it is non-probability. Snowball, it is a non-probability. Quota, it is a non-probability. Okay, so the quota means we have giving importance to the specific area. Okay, we are not just taking the samples on a random basis. Okay, so this is a non-probability sampling. Now the beta error is a hypothesis testing, is referred to, just I have just in the previous slide we had discussed that beta error is type 2 error. So the option number A is correct over here. Now, yes, just shortly we'll discuss the what is a type, what is the difference between the type 1 and type 2 error. So, you can see that is a type 1 error, the incorrect decision about the product future. If we take an incorrect decision about the product, okay, so this is a type uh, this is nothing but it is a type 1 error. The type 1 error, actually the type 1 error is a probability of rejecting the null hypothesis when it is true. Okay, when the null hypothesis is wrongly rejected, so it is a type 1 error. When the null hypothesis is wrongly accepted, so it is a type 2 error. And the another name, that is it's also called as a false positive. Type 1 error is a false, you have to just keep in your mind, that is type 1 error is a false positive. Okay, and the type 2 error is a false negative. Okay, the another name of the type 1 error is also having, it is also called as a significance level. What it is? A significance level. Okay, significance level. And what is a type 2 error? Type 2 error is the power of test. Okay, power of test. Okay, then there is the things which is not mentioned over, that is the error. It also, the type 1 error is also called as error of commission. What is error of commission? Okay, is error of commission. And the type 2 is the error of omission. Error of omission. Okay, it is the error of omission. Yes, so this is the type 1 and type 2 error. Now, if in the quartile range, if the quartile range is given, that is the 48, then the quartile deviation is what? So, here in this question, what is the quartile range? Quartile range is nothing but interquartile range. Okay, so interquartile range is a quarter 3 minus quarter 1. Okay, quartile 1 minus quartile 3. And the question is about the what is the quartile deviation. So what is the quartile deviation? Quartile deviation is a quartile 3 minus quartile 1 divided by 2. So the quartile range is all this value is given in our question, that is a 48. We have to do, just put the 48 in the numerator and divide it by 2. So it we will get, that is a 24. So the option number C is the right answer. Okay, so these kind of basic question, there is a possibility they will ask in the question paper. Okay, so now the convenience sampling. Convenience sampling is nothing but a non-probability we just discussed in the previous slides. Okay, so it is a non-probability. So option number B is right answer over here. Now we cannot measure the relationship relationship of cause and effect, that is what? So we cannot, the question is about the cannot measure the relationship of the cause and effect, cause and effect. with the help of correlation. In the correlation, we calculate the degree of correlation, okay, degree of correlationship. But in the regression, we see the nature of a relationship, okay, nature of relationship. And in this regression, we know what are the cause and effect of this relationship in our data, but we cannot measure in these terms in the correlation analysis. Okay, so in the correlation analysis, we cannot measure the cause and effect relationship. Okay, now F test is used to test the significance of the difference between. F test is what is the F test? So uh, just slightly I will tell you about what is the F test. F test, it is a nothing but it is a comparison of the mean. Okay, so it is a comparison of the F test is a comparison of variance. Okay, not mean, it is a comparison of the variance. In the F test, is simply a ratio of the two variance. Here we calculate the ratio of the variance, and in this variance the formula of the F, that is sample of the one square divided by the sample of the two square. Okay, so where here the what is a S square is nothing but the x minus mean of x square divided by n minus 1. Okay, so here what is about is a comparison. So the comparison is between two or more two or more mean. Okay, so the more than two sample mean, this is, and the actually what compare the comparison of the variance, that means a variability of the two sample. So the option number D is right answer for this question. And what is the two sample in mean? In sample in mean we calculate in the t test. Okay, in which test? In the t test. If it is more than two sample, or the sample is in the t test, the sample size is less than 30. Okay, the sample size is less than 30. Okay, clear it. Now one more thing which we have mentioned over, that is F test is developed by the Ronald Fisher. Okay, now which of the following is non-probability method of selecting the sample of the population? What are the non-probability? That is stratified is a probability sampling. Okay, then the systematic is a probability, madam. Cluster is a probability. So what is non-probability? That is a quota. Quota is a non-probability sampling. Okay. Now, if the two regression coefficient, that is 0.1, 0.2, then the value of the coefficient is. So, what is the formula of the coefficient correlation? That is R is equals to under root of beta xy multiplied by beta yx. And what is a beta xy? The two regression, it is a regression coefficient. That means this is a beta xy or this is a beta yx. So here we take 0.8 multiplied by 0.2. Okay, so it is under root of 0.16, and here just take a under root, that is a 0.40. Okay, or the 4. So what will the right answer? The option number D is right. And you have to remember, just keep in your mind that if the two regression coefficient sign is minus minus, in that case the coefficient of correlation is also having a minus sign. Okay, if the coefficient and the correlation, if the regression coefficient are the plus plus, having the plus plus sign, in that case the R sign is also having the, they are actually supporting their signs to each other, signs or sign. Okay, so then thank you so much. Here we are just ending our 25 questions. Okay, so thank you so much.